Good morning, children. So welcome back to the online session of mathematics class. Okay. So in today's session, we will start with a new lesson that is statistics. Okay. So statistics, it is a branch of mathematics. Okay. So before going into the lesson, I will give you why I am concentrating on statistics lesson now, because this statistics lesson will be helpful for your class 10. Okay, so in the class 10 also you have a statistics lesson. So I need to give some basic idea of the statistics in the class 9. Then you can able to do the statistics lesson in the class 10 easily. Okay, so earlier I was done the Heron's formula. So in the Heron's formula exercise, second exercise, you have some questions are pending. Those questions are as a homework, you can do that. Okay, so there we are going to use the Heron's formula. The Heron's formula is common, so you can use your ideas to solve those sums. Okay, you have 3 to 4 sums, so that you can solve it. Okay, so if you solve that, that lesson will over. So we will start with a new lesson. This is statistics. Okay, so statistics is a new branch of mathematics. So it is not a new branch; it is a branch of mathematics. Okay, whereas it is a new concept for the class 9. In fact, it is not a new concept also, because statistics is nothing but we have already studied about statistics, the basic idea of statistics, that is in terms of data handling. Okay, so data handling we have studied from class 7, 8 as well as 7 and 8 we are going to study the data handling. So the same data handling concepts now comes under this statistics lesson. Okay, so in the class 9 you have studied about data handling, right? So you have understood what you mean by data, what is primary data, what is secondary data, and what is what is class interval, what is lower limit of the class interval, what is upper limit of the class interval, how to find out the frequency by using the tally marks, then representation of data by using the pictograph, right, and then by using bar graph, then double bar graph, then pie chart, right, histogram. So these things are we have studied in our class 8. The same concepts will be extended. The same concepts will be extended in the class 9, and we will call it as that lesson is a statistics. Okay, so statistics is a branch of mathematics. It is a branch of mathematics. Okay. Now here the term data is very important. Data is a very important term. The raw data, the information we are obtaining from the nature, that is we will call it as a data. It is a information. Data is nothing but information, right? So those information we are arranging in a organized manner. So data, raw data we will be obtaining from the real world. So that we will be converted into a organized data. Okay. So those data we can analyze it. Those data we can analyze it. Then we will interpret from the data. We will take the information from the data. These 4 steps are very important in statistics. That is collecting the data, collecting the information, then organizing the information, whatever the collected information, that is raw material. It is a raw material. So we are going to arrange that. We are going to organize that data. Okay. Then after organizing, we are going to represent that data. Or analyze the data by means of like histogram, pie chart. So these things are just representing data. The data we are going to representing. Okay. So after representing the data, we are interpreting from the data. We are able to take the information from the data. Okay. So that is the last step, interpretation of data. So these are the 4 steps we have in statistics. Okay. Say for example, if you take a simple data like if I take a cricket, how many batsmen scored more than 200 in data, if I have collected this data, okay, this is a raw material. We will be connecting overall scored. We are going to collect that information. We are going to collect that information overall scored 200. How many batches are taken from which year we are going to take into consideration. So these things and all we are going to do it. We will collect the information. We are collecting that information. So that information, after collecting that, we are arranging in such a manner that on this year we have scored 200. So after the 10 years we have scored 200. After that we have scored 200. So like that we are arranging those information. We are organizing that information. After organizing that information, we are representing that information either in a bar graph or in a pictograph or in a double bar graph or histogram, pie chart. So we are going to represent the data who has scored 200 or what year. They are going to represent that. So after representing, we can able to interpret from the data. Okay, Sachin has scored 200 runs on this year, on this day. Okay, versus on this team. So that is information, getting the information, right? So similarly, if you take a match, so okay, that is we will take one example. We can take lot of example like this. Okay, so one example is this. So we can take lot of examples like this where we can able to collect the information and we can able to organize that information, arrange that information, we can able to represent that information, and then we can able to interpret the information from the representation. Okay, so these are 4 steps are very, very important. Okay, so as we know that what do you mean by class interval, what is lower limit, what is upper limit, what is frequency, how to represent the data by using the tally marks, and even we have find out the arithmetic mean also, right? How to find out the arithmetic mean, right? So since we have studied all these stuff in our class before earlier classes itself, okay, we will go for further concepts what we have. Okay, say we have a grouped frequency polygon, and it's not a polygon, grouped frequency data and ungrouped frequency data, grouped frequency data and ungrouped frequency data. So for example, say I'll take a class 9 only. Okay, in the class 9 we will be conducting a test. So each and every child they will take different marks. Each and every child they will take a different marks. Maybe the person here will take 10 marks. Okay, out of 100 I'm saying that. 10 marks. Suppose the girl B have taken 90 marks, 80 marks, 85 marks, 50 marks, 54 marks, 35 marks, 20 marks. Different marks they will take if I give the test for 100 marks. Okay, so that so I suppose you have a strength of 35 students, right? So let us assume that we are having a 35 students. But so many students will take a different marks. So that I need to arrange. So that is the data now. That is the data. That is just a raw data. Yes, 20, 30, 45, 90, 89. It is a random data, right? So 35 students, they have taken different marks. That is random data. Now collecting that data information, I need to arrange it. Either in a ascending order or in descending order. Then I will come to know that who is scored less marks and who is scored more marks. And how many students are scored this and how many scored are this. How many students are passed. How many students are failed. So these information are I can be able to understand if I organize that data. Right. So how I will organize that by using a frequency table. Right. As I have done it in the class 8 as we have done that by using the tally marks. Right. Say I'll assume that out of 35 students, right, I'll take 35 data. 35 students. Let's assume that. So out of 35 given 100 marks, they will take 20. Somebody will take 20. Then 35. Okay. Then 98. Some of the good students will take 98 marks. Then 45. Then some of them will take 5 marks also. We have such students also. Then we have 85. then 45, 60, 71, then 45, 43, 45, 89, 90, right? 34, 01, right? 10, 15, 18 marks, then 64, 79, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So let me take 20 students. Okay. I have 20 students have different marks. 20 students have different marks. So I can, this is information. This information I need to organize. This information I need to organize in terms of table. I need to organize. So that is frequency table, right? We can able to do the frequency table. That means how many times it is repeated. How many times it is repeated. The data is how many times it is repeated. Say suppose if I take 45, 45, 45, 45. So 45 is 3 times repeated. It is nothing but a frequency. Number of times it is repeated. So it is frequency. It is a frequency. By using the tally marks, we can able to do that. Right? Let me take ungrouped data first. Ungrouped data. I will write in terms of ungrouped data and make a table. Okay, marks, students. So ungrouped data is I write 0, 1. 1 marks, how many students have taken? Only 1 student, right? This is 2 marks, no, 3 marks, 4 marks, 5 marks, 5 marks. I have 5 marks. So 5 marks, how many students have taken? 1, right? So 6 marks, 7 marks, 8 marks, 9 marks, 10 marks. 10 marks, how many students have taken? 10 marks, only 1. Then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. How many students have taken 15 marks? Marks 15 taken by only 1 student. Then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. How many marks? How many students have taken? 20 marks are taken by only 1 student. Then 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 we have 30. No. 32, 33, 33. 33 we have 34. 34 how many students are taken? 1. 35. 35 how many students are taken? Only 1. So 34, 35, 35 1 student. 36, 37, 38, 39. No. 40. 40 how many students are taken? No. No 40. 45. No. 43 we have before that. 43. 43 how many students? Only 1. Then 45. 45 how many students? 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 students. Okay? Then 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, no 50, 60, 64, 60, 61, 61, 64, 64, 1, 64, 1. 18 is done, right? No, we didn't done 18. 18 is 1. Okay? 18, 15, 10 is done, 1 is done, 34, 20, 35. Then 5 is done, 6 is done, 70, no, 47 is done. Okay, then I'll write here. I'll continue here. Okay. Then again 64, after 64 70, 71, 71 1. Okay, then 79 1. Then 79 80, 80 89, 89 1, 90, 90, sorry 85, we have 85 1, 89 1. Okay, then 89 1, 90 1, 98 1. Okay, so this is ungrouped data. This is ungrouped data. So this is the raw data. This is ungrouped data, right? Frequency of the students and marks we have written. This is ungrouped. Okay. This is one type of representation, and we have learned the grouped data also, right? How will you represent in terms of grouped data? The same data we will represent in terms of grouped data. Okay. Group frequency table. Okay. Marks frequency. Here we will group the data, the given data. We will not write like this. We will arrange from one particular interval, say suppose 1 to 10. How many students from marks 1 to 10? How many students have taken? Say some of the students have taken 7, 8, 5, 6. Those students will come under this interval. And divide into intervals. Okay. So marks 1 to 10. How many students are taken? 10 to 20. How many students are taken? Marks 30 to 40, how many students are taken? 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So I will divide into equal intervals. I will divide into equal intervals. So I will take from 1 to 10. How many students are taken from marks 1 to 10? 1. 1 is less than 10, right? So 1, then 10. Okay. 1 to only 2 students, right? Only 2 students are between 1 to 10. Then next one will be 11 to 20. 11 to 20. How many students are taken from 11 to 20? So 15, 1, 18, 2. 2. We have only 2 students. Okay. Then 20 to 21 to 30. 21 to 30. Right. So we're taking the group data. This is 10 only. This is 20 only. Okay. But upper limit we won't take. Between 1 to 10. Lower limit we will take, but upper limit we won't take. Okay. So 1 to 10 how many students are taken? Only 1. 10 will not include. That 10 will include here because it is a lower limit. 10 to 20. How many students are taken from 20 to 10? 15, then 18. So we have 3 students here. So 20 to 30. So we will include 20 but not 30. Upper limit is not included. 20 to 30. Okay. So 21. Then for that only 1. Right? Then 30 to 40. How many students are above 30 and below? No, from 30 to below 40. 1. Only 1. 2. 2. Then 40 to 50. From 40 to 50. So we can use the tally marks. Okay. So to avoid the confusion, we can use the tally marks. Okay. So 40 to 50. From the 40 to the 50. 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay. Then 50 to 60. 50 to 60. After 50, less than 60. 60 is not included because 60 is the upper limit. Okay. 50 to 60. No students, right? No. 0. Then 60 to 70. But then it will include 60. 60. 1. Then 2. So 2. 70 to 80. 70 to 80. How many students we have? 70. After 70. So 71. 1. 2. Okay. So 2 students. 80 to 90. So 80 to 90. 1. 2. 1, 2. So 2. Right? So this is group data. This is, we have made an interval. Okay, we have grouped. So 1 to 10, marks from 1 to 10. How many students are taken? Now this is frequency. How many students are taken? 10 to 20, 3 marks. So 3 students are taken this. Therefore, it is divided into group. So this is group frequency table. This is also we have studied in our class 8. Okay, ungrouped data, grouped data, both we have studied in our class 8. Okay, in the data handling lesson. Now let us add this. All this must be equal to 20 students. We have taken 20 students, right? 1 plus 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 plus 4, 11. 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. 1 will be missing somewhere else. Okay, 1 to 10. So look at that. 1 to 10, which is 5 is included, 2 is included, right? So it should be 2, right? So we have 5 marks and we have 1 mark for 2 students. Now it is total is 20. So that means 20 students is type. Okay. Now this is called as class intervals. This is called as class interval. Class interval. Okay. Class interval. And difference between this is upper limit, this is lower limit and this is upper limit for this particular class interval. For this class interval, 10 is lower limit, 20 is upper limit. Lower limit, upper limit, lower limit, upper limit. Lower limit of the class interval, upper limit of the class interval. Lower limit of the class interval, upper limit of the class interval as usual. Right? Then, how to find out class size? Class size. Class size is nothing but upper interval minus lower interval. That is class interval. That will gives you the class interval. Okay. So class size is upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit, that will use the class size. So what is the class size here? What is the class size here? 10 minus 1, right? 10 minus 1 will become 9, right? So 9 is the class interval. So we will take from 0 here it is. Okay, then it will be each having the same class size. Look at this: 10 minus 0, 10, 20 minus 10, 10, 30 minus 20, 10, 40 minus 30, 10. So it is having equal class interval. Equal class interval, that means class size is same. Class size is same. Then class mark. Class mark, upper limit plus lower limit. Lower limit divided by 2. This will use the class mark. These words are very important. Class size is very important. Class mark is very important. How to find out class size? Upper limit minus lower limit will use the class size. Class mark, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2 will use the class mark. Will use the class mark. Then what is the important thing? We have range. Range is equal to maximum value minus minimum value. Maximum value minus minimum value. What is the maximum value here? 98. Minus what is the minimum value? 01. So what is the answer? 97. 97 is the range of this data. Range of this data. Class mark similarly. Upper limit to lower limit, you can take any of the class interval and you can find out. Okay. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2 will use the class mark of each interval. Class size is same for all the intervals. Upper limit minus lower limit. You can take any of the upper limit and any of the lower limit. You will use the class size. But class mark for each interval is different. For this interval, class mark is different. For this, class mark is different. For each and every interval, class mark is different. Okay. So this is about some basic introduction to the statistics lesson. We will discuss more about the statistics lesson in the next session. So go through the data handling lesson. Okay, go through the data handling lesson. Learn what we have studied. Just review it. What we you have studied your class 8, okay, so that you comes with some idea about the statistics lesson. So then we will continue the lesson in the next class. I will send some of the notes for these formulas and all, okay. So don't worry about that. You should go through the data handling lesson in your class 8. So you should have some idea about the statistics lesson. So then we will continue the lesson. Then it is our classes will go smoothly. Okay. So thank you.